George Lin.
Many of today's motivational experts like to promote the idea of positive thinking as the panacea for dealing with the challenges of our daily lives. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests, if you always approach every aspect of your life with a positive attitude, you're ignoring the fact that life is a mixture of good and bad. And in doing so, you are opening up yourself to possible disappointment and unhappiness. The reality is, life adversity is an inescapable part of life. And it is only prudent that we should prepare ourselves for such eventuality. Negative visualization is a concept originating from Stoicism and championed by Greek and Roman philosophers such as Zeno, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius. It was referred to as the premeditation of evils. In practice, it involves deliberately contemplating in advance adversity and problems, thinking of the worst case scenario, and devising effective strategies to overcome them or to minimize its impact in our lives. But how do we apply negative visualization in our lives? First, let's look at some mundane occurrences. For example, at the start of the day, you run through what you expect to happen during the day, and then picture these events being disrupted. Like being late for work due to a traffic jam, missing your bus, or having somebody recklessly cutting in front of your car. By deliberately acknowledging these negative experiences, you can train your mind to accept them with greater equanimity and perspective. Next, let's look at more serious matters like losing your job or having a serious sickness or being injured or having something valuable taken from you. Think about how you respond to such serious setbacks and then work out a contingency plan to overcome them. To soften the blow of a job loss, you can establish an emergency fund of 3 to 6 months living expenses to provide the financial cushion while you're looking for a new job. To guard against the specter of a serious illness, you can secure comprehensive medical insurance to provide protection. If you are a CEO of a company, you can ask yourself this question. Suppose I lose this big client or supplier. What is the impact of such loss to my company? What should I do now to stop this from happening or prevent this from happening? But the most difficult negative visualization exercise that you can undertake is the prospect of losing your loved ones. How would you feel if you lose your parents, your siblings, your spouse, your partner, or your child? Imagining such a loss can be very distressing. But by doing so and feeling the anguish, you can be more grateful and appreciative of the role or the presence of these people in your life. For example, if you are a husband always complaining your mercurial and nagging wife, just think if you lose her. There'll be no one to cook for you, no one to care and love for you, and no one to push you to lose some weight. Then you will really appreciate the presence and the importance of your mercurial and nagging wife. By the way, if you are speculating, I'm not referring to myself.
Yeah,
My
right.
wife is perfect. So, by imagining in advance the loss of your loved ones, your health, and your material possessions, we cannot help but be more grateful for what we have now in our lives. As the famous Kiwi comedian Fred Dyke once said, we just don't know how lucky we are, mate. In conclusion, fellow Toastmasters, while it is commendable to expect the best in life, let us not forget the role of negative visualization in preparing us against unforeseen adversity and minimizing the impact of this misfortune in our lives.